Hi, my name's Kiara Furrer, and I'm a Sports Medicine 3 student from South Tahoe High School. For my project number 3, I did strength and conditioning for skiers in the off-season. The overall goal of my program is to strengthen the body during the off-season of skiing so that when the season begins, the athlete is already in shape and she's ready to go. In this program, I will be mainly targeting the legs, glutes, and core. For this project, my client was Summer Furrer. Summer is 19 years old and is an active university student at the University of Utah. Summer has been skiing for over 17 years and was a competitive alpine skier, including being an alpine skier on the South Tahoe High School ski team. She is currently a kids ski school coach in Utah. In order to gather baseline data before the program, I completed a few exercises for my pre-program testing. My first exercise I had my client do was a wall sit until fatigued. The second exercise was as many burpees as she could do in a minute and 30 seconds. The third one was as many squats as she could do in a minute and 30 seconds. She did all of these 3 exercises before she did the program. In this video, you can see my client performing her wall sit. During this pretest, my client was able to hold the wall sit for a minute and 11 seconds. You can see that her legs are at a 90-degree angle and she has her back upright. This shows that she knows the proper technique for a proper wall sit. The second test I had my client perform for her pretesting was burpees for a minute 30. My client was able to do 45 burpees in this minute and 30 seconds. She had pretty good form in her burpees, and she was able to make it through the minute and 30 seconds without stopping for breaks. The final exercise for my baseline testing was as many squats as she could do for a minute and 30 seconds. She was able to do 75 squats in this minute and 30 seconds. As you can see, she's controlling her squats and she's getting all the way down to a 90-degree angle. She has a wide stance and her weight is not on the ball of her feet, it is on her heels. After getting my baseline testing, I created a program for my client to perform over the next 2 weeks. In my program, I included 10 reps of single leg squats, a 90-second wall sit hold, 20 reps of side lunges, 1 minute of bicycle crunches, and 1 minute of V-ups. These are all exercises that the client would be performing for 2 weeks. My client did 8 days out of these 2 weeks. The exercises I've included in my program target the following muscles. The single leg squat targets the legs, especially the quads and the hamstrings, your glutes, and your calves. The wall sits target the glutes, calves, and quads. Side lunges target the glutes, the quads, and the hamstrings, and the inner thighs. Bicycle crunches target abs and obliques, while V-ups target abs, obliques, back muscles, and quads and hamstrings. Out of all of the exercises in the program, the hardest one for my client was the single leg squat. So in this video, you can see her performing her best single leg squat that she did. I chose to create the program in the way I did because for the program, I used some of the same exercises as the pre-testing and I added some others. I did this to work on not only strength and conditioning, but also the technique to show better results. The program was done for 8 days over the course of these 2 weeks. The results from the pre-testing are what is shown below. The wall sit was held for a minute and 11 seconds before she was fatigued. She did 45 burpees in the minute and a half, and she did 75 squats in the minute and a half. After the 2-week program, my client's results for her post-testing was she was able to hold a wall sit for 2 minutes and 7 seconds. She was able to do 51 burpees in a minute and 30 seconds, and she was able to do 82 squats in the minute and 30 seconds. This graph shows her progress from the first pre-test to the post-test at the end of the program. In blue, you see that her wall sits went from 71 to 127. In the turquoise, you see that her squats went from 75 to 82. And in the pink, you see that her burpees went from 45 to 51. She had a 78% increase in wall sit, 13 in burpees, and 9 in squats. In the end, from my client's results, we could tell that from pre to post testing, she had a pretty significant increase in her strength with those percentages. However, since she is such an active person and she is staying in shape, she didn't have a huge increase in her results because of her already being in shape. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.